Okay, so this video is going to be a little bit different from the other videos that I have. First off, I'm actually recording my audio, myself speaking in it rather than just game audio. So basically the whole point of this is to show you a couple of the Autoit scripts that I've written to help me play. This one right here is a window lock that basically traps my mouse inside the Diablo window whenever I'm playing. I've got a hotkey here which is Control J and it activates my function. Basically it just traps the mouse inside the window, and since I'm playing on a laptop with a trackpad in window mode, it makes it a lot easier for me to, not die. And then the other one that I've made here is called Run Counter. I put together this guy over the course of a couple hours the other night, and basically it's not all that complicated if you're familiar with Autoit. It doesn't look very difficult to reproduce essentially, but the main point of it is that here I have this ini file where I decide which bosses I'm going to run, and then it keeps track for me of the runs that I have done. So right now in this video I'm going to show you me doing some Countess runs, so I have it set to Countess. I'm going to do Countess runs, and the rest of the bosses are all at 0 because either I'm not that far, like these three I haven't gotten to them yet, or I'm not going to rerun them right now. So I've adjusted my counts here for the ones that I've only done once for the quest, but Countess runs, I've done a bunch of those so far, and I'm currently at 101. So I'm going to start that up, pop it down here in the bottom. I'm going to run window lock. Yeah, I haven't started that yet, so I'm going to turn that on. So that's running, and then Diablo. There we go. Close this. Alright, so basically what it does is it notices whenever I'm on the main menu, and when I click off into single player to start a new game, it's going to increase the run count for whichever bosses I'm running. In this case, when I click single player, it's going to increase the Countess runs in the bottom left from 101 to 102. Let me go ahead and activate my mouse lock. As you can see, it's trapped in the window now. It's not going to get out of there. And now when I click single player, it's going to count it as a run. There it goes. I'm going to turn the sound off, because otherwise I'm pretty sure you can't hear what I'm saying, so I'm just going to make it easy that way. Now, I actually haven't, I just re-rolled my map because I went into normal to buy a helmet and a shield for my new lore and splendor that I rolled, so I'm not actually going to run it right now. There we go, I guess I might as well. So, it's kind of going to be a long video, but I don't know, hopefully you'll find it interesting. Basically, I got bored of keeping track of my runs on paper, because I wanted to keep track of the runs I've done, so that by the time I start Hell, I'll know where I'm at with runs that I've done to find the gear that I have. And so far, I pretty much had junk gear, for the most part. You can see my last video that I posted in the thread where I show you my skills and gear and whatnot. But, yeah. Oh, that's an insight base. Nope. Okay, pop up here, kill Countess. And the way that the script runs right now, basically, whenever you get out to the main screen, or after you've killed your bosses in the current run, it's going to have the accurate count. So now that I've done one run, it's at 102. I've officially done 102 Countess runs. I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do 103 total by the end of this video. So I'm going to start it. And it's already counted that I've done 103 at this point, but that's because it's in game, and my script assumes that you don't die or anything mid-run, and that you do all the bosses that you set in the ini file that basically the script runs off of. But yeah, it took me a couple hours, like I said, 2 or 3. The longest portion of figuring out how to get the script running was really just placing the labels in the window. So where it says each boss and where it says the counts, that took me the longest amount of time to get it like perfectly lined up. Alright. Oh, I'm on switch. Ooh, insight. Nope. I pick up my runes, and there we go. I've done 103 runs now. So hopefully you'll find it interesting. If you want the script, I can definitely provide it to you. The script, the actual Autoit file itself, or I can post the code on, was it Pastebin or whatever, and then you can run it yourself. You might need to make some modifications, because how it works basically is it looks at a certain square pixel region on the screen, and it waits until basically those pixels change. So when you click off of the screen, it says, okay, it's no longer on that main screen. It assumes, because basically if you're running it, you are going to be doing runs. So it assumes that when you click off the screen, you're going to do a run. And in this case, I'm not. So at the end of this video, I'm going to have to adjust it back down to 103. But there's this little region right in here that whenever the pixels change, it's going to update the count. And as you can see, you can fudge it if you just keep moving your mouse across it. But eventually, in the final version of it, I'm going to adjust it so that it checks a region here and somewhere down here, so that it's never going to be wrong about whether or not you're just moving your mouse in a random spot or if you're actually running the script for why it's there. But yeah, ignore my rambling, and toodles.